Hey guys, it's Steven here, back with another video. The first video in best part of 2 weeks. I apologise. Life got very busy. It was the international break and we had some essential stuff to do on our new home that we'd not quite moved into yet. So I took basically the best part of 2 weeks to try and sort that place out so we can move in, because we've got 2 weeks left on this flat before we have to go. So it's been really busy. But I'm back now. I'm back. Football's back. The videos are going to be absolutely back because they have to be back. And I'm looking forward to chatting to you about the game tomorrow. I will be doing a watch along tomorrow, so looking forward to that. So sorry about the absence, but life sometimes does that to you. One thing that has been omnipresent though is OneFootball. OneFootball is still absolutely fantastic. If you want to help support me a little bit, and trust me, I need that support right now, it'd be massively appreciated by downloading OneFootball in the link in the description below. It's fantastic, it's shiny, it's beautiful, and it's the first place for all your news about the world of football in general, not just Manchester City though. Of course, you can get all the stats and information and all the transfer gossip as the January transfer window approaches, only a month away now, if you want to stay ahead of the game. So download OneFootball right now in the link in the description below. Help support my channel a little bit and it nourishes your phone. Go and do it. So today we're going to talk about Manchester City. Once again, sorry for disappearing. It's football life. Sometimes you got to fix a house. That's what we've been doing. But I'm kind of excited to talk about football actually. The international break, I'll be honest, I paid zero attention to the internationals. I just saw the England score against San Marino. I paid no attention whatsoever to the other games, ultimately because I've had stuff going on, and mainly because I've been waiting for Manchester City to get back in action. I don't fully care about the internationals that much. I just wanted City back, and now they are back. And of course, there's been some big caveats and some big injury concerns and all that kind of stuff. This is international break. You don't come back with everyone available. It's very frustrating. And Guardiola, of course, was talking about that. He said on the international breaks, he said, it's a dream because I had a 1 week holiday. Look at my tan, which is very adorable. But at the same time, he said, I'm concerned because every international break we're unlucky. Players come back from the national team and they get injured. This time is not an exception. We get them fit, they come back not fit, which is very frustrating. We'll talk about the injuries in a little bit, but Guardiola is right to feel frustrated, especially when it's a team like Everton we've got to play. I know they've not really set the world alight, but they are a good side, man, with a very good manager in Rafa Benitez. And of course, teams like Everton this season, well, Everton are probably better than Southampton and Crystal Palace. And we've been unstuck against them at times, at the Etihad. So I'm definitely a little bit cautious about this game. And I think we should be. Of course, last time out was the derby, which feels like a lifetime ago right now, if I'm being personally honest. But this one, there's no guarantee here. There's no guarantee whatsoever. I do want to see a reaction, though. I do want to see a reaction. And I am kind of glad that the players have had until Sunday to get ready for this game. That extra little bit of preparation time could be really useful. Guardiola was also asked on Sterling's future, which was interesting. He said, in response, Guardiola said, don't ask me from now on until the transfer window is open because I'm not going to answer them. Mine and Raheem's focus is on the games. I'm not going to answer any questions about what's going to happen in the future because I don't know what's going to happen, which is pretty fair enough if I'm being honest. I mean, it's not exactly a resounding positive bit of news there on the Sterling front, but it's relatively honest. I suspect he will stay, but I don't know. Either way, there's some reports over the last few days that Sterling is tempted by a loan move to Barcelona. We'll see, and given the fact that reports suggest Aguero may have to retire due to heart problems, which is awful, they probably do want a forward, and Sterling does slightly fit that bill, so that's terrible news about Aguero. Fingers crossed he's going to be okay. On to the team news. Unfortunately, KDB is going to be out of this game and the PSG game because he tested positive for COVID, unfortunately. I think he's going to be alright. Hopefully he will be. Guardiola said, we found out 2 days ago he is here. We forgot about fitness and momentum. He's positive now. He has to recover. We have to be careful. People are dying from COVID. He's vaccinated, so hopefully he'll be okay. Didn't know that. KDB's vaccinated, so you think, hopefully as well, young, fit, professional, he should be okay, fingers crossed, with a little bit of luck. Either way, it's a shame because I thought against United he was really good actually. His best performance of the season probably, if we're being honest, and he would love to have seen that momentum, especially given the fact that He did all right for Belgium. He scored a nice goal as well the other day. Jack Grealish has also come back with a muscle injury, I think, so he's missing for this one as well, which is very, very frustrating. While Phil Foden got a knock, but Guardiola said he should be available after a knock to his leg for selection for this one, which is kind of reassuring. And of course, Ferran Torres, he stepped up his recovery and all that kind of stuff, but he will still be missing for a little bit yet. I'm expecting mid-December for Ferran Torres, which is a big shame, but that's just how the cookie crumbles in this instance, unfortunately. In terms of the lineup, it's going to be Ederson in goal. We know that. It will be. Guardiola was asked as well if Ederson's the best keeper he's worked with, and he said yes, with the quality of the pass and especially with the right moment to hit the pass. He has the vision and the right positions to do it. I love that Guardiola got asked if he's a great goalkeeper. He's like, oh yeah, what a passer. What an incredible passer. That's the Manchester City way, man. That's how Guardiola does think differently. You love to see it. In terms of defenders, we know it's going to be Walker, Stones, Diaz. It's going to be those lot. Stones and Diaz will keep that defensive partnership due to Laporte's mistakes and so on. Is he still available? I don't even know if he's available. I can't remember if Laporte's available or not. I think he will be. But either way, it'll be Walker, Stones, Diaz. And then Cancelo's going to be playing at left back as well. That's almost a certain. Guardiola said on Cancelo, he's playing really well, consistent. But I think he can get better, and I'm pretty sure he's open to it. I actually agree with Guardiola. I do think Cancelo can get even better, which is a terrifying thought. I think he can get 15 assists a season, and I think he can go forward and score a few goals as well, a few goals more. I agree with Guardiola. He's got to aim to be like Dani Alves level of production because he can get there with a little bit of luck. Midfield, it kind of picks itself if we're being honest. Rodri will of course play in this game. Bernardo will of course start, and given the fact that there's no KDB, no Grealish as well, and Foden's a bit of a doubt, we know it's going to be Gundogan. This is the only option there. So Bernardo, Gundogan, Rodri is a fantastic midfield. It's a balanced midfield. It gets a little bit tricky at this point. Once again, no KDB, no Grealish. What, Goulash? Don't know. No Grealish, no De Bruyne. Foden is available for selection. I think he'll start. I'm going to say, I think Sterling will start this game. I think we'll see Sterling through the middle, weirdly. I think we'll see Sterling through the middle with Jesus on the right and Foden on the left. It could be Sterling plays on the right, maybe. It could be that. But I think we're going to see that combination. Mahrez, of course, could play as well. He very much deserve it. But I've got a feeling it's going to be Foden, Jesus. I think those two are obvious, really, presuming Foden's fit. And then it's one of Sterling or Mahrez. I think it'll be Sterling. I think it will be. That's what I reckon. I might be wrong, of course, but let me know in the comments what you think the team will be. In terms of the opposition view, well, let's have a look at a little bit of Everton. But before we do that, I'm going to pass you over to Baz from Toffee TV, who spoke 1,000 times more eloquently than I could about Everton because he's been watching them. I'll take it away for the next few minutes to Baz.
Hi there, it's Baz from Toffee TV, just talking about Manchester City against Everton on Sunday at the Etihad from an Everton perspective. This is one of those games that you just look at and think it's the toughest game of the season, you know, or one of them. City, for me, still the best footballing side in the Premier League by a margin. Obviously, Chelsea really strong this season. Liverpool have got a good side as well. But City are a team that you fear can just destroy you at times. And Everton have been on the receiving end of that a few times over the past few years. But the other thing with Manchester City, there is always that hope that they just have one of those days. Crystal Palace caught them the other week and were lucky enough on that day that City had one of those days. And that is kind of like the only thing you can think of as an Evertonian going into this game, is that hopefully after the international break they won't be as sharp as normal and we get away with a few moments. Jordan Pickford has a great game and we get the opportunity and take it at the other end. But it is one of, if not the most difficult fixture in a season. I think for Everton this season, Rafa Benitez has come in against a lot of people weren't happy with it, but he's come in and to be truthful, he's done okay. Everton started the season quite well, and then injuries really kicked in, and not having Dominic Calvert-Lewin since the third game of the season. He'd scored 3 goals in the opening 3 games and he's been injured since. Richarlison then missed the next 5 games. We've had injury to Abdoulaye Doucouré. We're not sure whether he's going to be available on Sunday. It's probably a little bit early for him. Yerry Mina, who's been Everton's best defender, is back now, but he's missed 4 or 5 games with injury as well. We've had a lot of injuries already. In fact, there's only 3 Everton players, I think, who have been available for every game so far this season. So it really has affected us of late. No win in the last 6 games for Everton has been something that has been a worry for us. But that being said, like I say, Yerry Mina's available again now. We've got Richarlison back. And the manager, I think, will be looking to try to go to the Etihad and keep it tight, keep a shape, and try to catch City on the break. We're well aware of how good Manchester City are in possession, so I expect the possession to probably end up about 70% for City on the day. And Everton, with Damari Gray and with Andros Townsend, who've been two of Everton's best players this season, will look to spring City on a counter-attack and hope, very much like Palace did the other week, try to get someone running in behind, whether it be Richarlison or Gray. But to do that, you've got to really concentrate throughout the game, not give much away, and hope, like I said before, hope Manchester City just have that day where things don't quite come off. Damari Gray's been, 1.6 million we got him for in the summer. He's been a revelation. Andros Townsend was a free transfer, and we all remember his goal. You'll remember it, City fans, his goal at the Etihad a few years ago, that left foot volley. So it'd be lovely if he could, from our perspective, come up with something like that again. But it is going to be a very, very tough game. I don't think any Evertonian is under any illusions about how good a side City are and how big a task it is for Everton to get something there, particularly on Sunday. I'd feel a little bit more confident. Not much, because it is a tough game, but I'd be a bit more confident if Decore and Calvert-Lewin were available, because I just think with our best 11, I feel like we're capable of giving everybody a game in the Premier League. Without them, we are considerably weaker. But it's football and you never know. Southampton have took a point from the Etihad this season. Palace took all 3. So you just never know, and that's what we're clinging on to, I guess. So for Sunday, I'm going to be ultra positive, but not really with any confidence. And I'm going to say I'm going for a 1-1 draw, but I think if City turn up and play to their full potential, it'll be a victory for Manchester City. But you never know. From our perspective, we've got to be confident going into every game, surely, and have a bit of hope. So I'm going to say 1-1, but like I say, definitely one of the toughest, if not the toughest game on the calendar for Everton. So I wish you all good luck on Sunday, but Everton needed a bit more than your guys. So there you go. That's from me. See you later.
Big love to Baz, top bloke, top guy, and very complimentary towards Manchester City. I did a bit for Toffee TV as well over on their channel. He's always dead nice about Man City, Baz. He gets it, that we're a dead good football team and all that kind of stuff. And when you look at Everton's results, let me get them up on screen right now. For me, they haven't been great, though. They did have a few injuries, as Baz mentioned. A 0-0 against Tottenham, though, down to 10 men. They got beat by Wolves 2-1. 5-2 by Watford. Watford know a thing or two about a few goals. I love it. Sorry, I forgot to mention at the start of the video. Ollie's at the wheel. Watford battering United. Beautiful. Beautiful. Maybe it wasn't a flash in the pan. 5-2 Everton, 4-1 United. You'll love to see it. West Ham beat them as well, 1-0. Before that, they did draw United 1-0. But they started the season pretty well, beating Norwich, beating Burnley, beating Brighton. They started the season okay. They're currently sat down in 11th, and obviously they've got some quality players. They are a good side, we know that. Benitez is a very good manager, but I've got to feel confident. Baz went for 1-0. In my prediction, I'm expecting a tough game. It's going to be a tough game, definitely. But I think we'll be up for this. I think the balance will be good. It's a very strong team. Maybe not our strongest forward line. I don't know if it's our strongest forward line, but either way, it's a very strong midfield, a very strong defence, and I think the players will be up for this post-international break. I think they'll come back very much in Manchester City mode, they'll be switched on, and Guardiola had a little bit more time with them. I'm expecting a Manchester City win. I'm going for 3-0. I'm feeling confident about this game. I think we'll turn up. Even though we've had slip-ups against Southampton and Palace at home this season, I think we will be good. I'll be back here for a watch-along tomorrow. Let me know your predictions, of course, and apologies once again for disappearing. But sometimes in life, right, you got to do what you got to do, and you should know as well, I wasn't being lazy, because every time I don't make a video, this is my job, man. I earn less money, so my revenue has dropped off a cliff. But had to. We had a rewiring done. We've been doing stuff in the house. We've got to move out in 2 weeks, so I had to focus on that. I had no choice but to do it. But now the videos are back. I'm looking forward to talking about football again, because I've missed City, actually. I've missed City. Not international break, I missed City. Thank you to all the Patreons, including my Patreon producer, Scott Denemy. Go down the One Football. Don't forget to like, comment about the game and all that kind of stuff. And if you want to support me and get me to 60k, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you tomorrow in a bit.